excitements just won't stop in Joe's biggest challenge since Corn Pop. Over the weekend, the FBI found 6 more items containing classified material at President Biden's home in Delaware. Yes, they found him right behind the year's supply of polygrip that Joe bought from Costco. This time, the docs were found during a consensual search lasting 13 hours. Consensual 13-hour search. Wow, does that bring back memories? Oh. You know, and it never turned out to be a roll of lifesavers. The president's attorney says the materials were from Joe's time as vice president and a U.S. senator and included handwritten notes from Biden's VP years. I think we have an example of the notes. Meanwhile, White House Chief of Staff Ron Klain is set to step down in the weeks after the president's upcoming State of the Union address. He says he wants to spend more time at home, ruining his own family. His departure is reportedly not related to the documents investigation, but who the hell knows if that's true. He'll be replaced by Jeff Zients, Biden's former COVID czar. I'm sure he'll do fine considering the government hasn't effed up anything COVID-related. That's like making Hannibal Lecter the Surgeon General. Or Mayor Pete the Transportation Secretary. I wonder what Joe thinks about all this.
No, look. They overclassify this stuff. Didn't you read the news? Most of this stuff was just notes. Classified, come on. See, just notes. These are things I still haven't really figured that one out. And, you know, just notes. And what's this one here? Oh, I wrote this to Jill during the campaign. Oh, those were good days.
Yes. All right.
I would enjoy it, actually.
Yeah.
Because he's such a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Like so many in Washington.
Yeah.
And he went after Trump so hard when they found classified documents at Mar-a-Lago. And now he has them. Oh, there's nothing to see here.
Yeah.
You know, like, I couldn't agree with Tyrus more. I mean, it's ridiculous. And maybe we shouldn't be that surprised, but I never even considered that was fueling Hunter's dealings with foreign governments. It's certainly possible.
It is. There's like an overlap.
This just reminds me of how many stories were buried in the lead up to the election.
Yeah.
And how there was censorship by all these major media corporations and by social media. And I'm just baffled that more people weren't upset about it and that we're still dealing with it to this day.
Exactly. What do you think, Charles?
Well, a lot of money that the next tranche, they're going to find it on a decommissioned Amtrak train that used to go from Wilmington to D.C. That's all I'm saying. All right. So, when you guys see the headline, you know I made a lot of money.
I need to get my bookie on line 1. I need to get in on this.
I mean, it's so nuts, the coverage, the way they held it back. They found it right before, you know, the old October surprise. Yeah. This was the November surprise of all surprises. And what kills me is how the media is straining themselves to say, well, Trump was worse. Golly, he was the president. He had it in one place. It was secure. He was negotiating. They were all in the garage. They don't even know where these things. I mean, it's just nuts, and he's had them for years since he was a senator.
It's incredible. You know, today on the 5, they said that Joe Biden's a hoarder. No, he's not. He's a loser. He loses everything. It's like a hoarder holds on to stuff.
I guarantee you when they find classified documents in the daytime folder in the strip club, you guys will believe me that it's Hunter.
Well, why don't you just check it for cocaine residue right now?
Yeah.
We can solve that.
Everything, by the way, Charles, everything has cocaine residue. Trust me. At least in this studio. Call me Pedro. Anyway. What?
Nothing. I'm just starting to think that maybe the only reason Hunter was successful is because of his dad. You know? And I get that it's easy for me to
What about the art, though?
Yeah, it's easy for me to slam nepotism because, like, I haven't had any. Like, my dad missed his own graduation ceremony because he had work at the factory that day. No,
wow, he's like a Bruce Springsteen song.
Nobody's sitting here, like, looking at me like she's only sitting there because her mom was a school social worker. But, like, I'm sure there's things about it that are tough. Like, Hunter wants to forge his own identity apart from his dad, and it's really hard for him to do that, even though they're opposite people. Because Biden has difficulty with bringing sensitive information home. Hunter has a problem with not bringing it home.
Yeah, exactly.
And losing it.
Exactly.